Welcome everybody. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Mr. President, for your coming, for our honored guests, for Dr. Suad Konsal, for our also Chair of the Board of Trustees, Professor Irfan Suad Konsal, Rector. I am honored to be here today to introduce you quickly, within 5 minutes hopefully, to the technical features of this Professor Dux, the AI learning facilitator, and I wish it will be a great start or a great and major step towards other characters that can play Dr. or Professor Dux role, like Dr. Dux, for example, mechanical Dux, engineer Dux, that we will see hopefully very soon in the near future here. So, thank you very much at the beginning for Near East University to give us the facility to realize this dream. Special thanks to those who were in the closed cycle in implementation phase of the Professor Dux, Professor Kurd, Professor Tamer, Professor Irfan, as I mentioned, and of course Dr. Suad Konsal facility here. Shortly, the problem is that technology is evolving very fast, and if we don't catch and we cope with it, we will be behind ages, the technology. So we don't want our students to be ahead of us. We want to also catch up with the students, with their expectations and their dreams. So we thought about how can we satisfy their dreams, their technological advances nowadays, and how can we cope with these technologies to provide the best for them. We came up with the idea of using ChatGPT, which is the talk of everybody nowadays. Everywhere you go, they are talking about ChatGPT and how it can help in automating things in our daily life. But of course, it needs the interface, it needs the mechanisms, the apps that enable it to be part of our daily life. So first thing came to our mind is the education and the learning process that we are in. We wanted to save time for the instructors. We wanted to reduce the labor as much as we can, the unnecessary cost. We wanted to tolerate the failure that the individuals can face while they are in this learning journey and this learning process by providing the best and most accurate, actually, resources for their learning and studies. So the solution was simply Professor Dux, as I said, the AI learning facilitator who is able to adapt to your or the learner expectations and requirements, needs, special needs maybe that he is in need for, and provide the most accurate and up-to-date answers and information, in addition to enable the environment that he is in to be personalized based on his, as I said, requirements, and give them the best hand at any time over the 24 hours daily. ChatGPT simply is a new emerging, actually, platform that OpenAI has launched recently. Of course, the journey started since 2016, but now they started the practical implementations, and they launched GPT-4, which is, as I mentioned, part of lots of interesting applications that are surrounding us nowadays, including these big companies that are leading the technology. Microsoft, for example, they have engaged now the partnership with them. WhatsApp is going to partnership very soon, and you will have your friend on WhatsApp all the time relying on ChatGPT. So we try to take the advantage of this technology and provide the material to learn and the assessment method or methodology to assess the learner and give him real-time assessment for his progress and performance. Simply, we came up with this application that is able to run on your desktop, your smartphone, iPhone, Android, laptop, tablets, whatever the handheld device that you have, and you will be able to connect to ChatGPT and ask him any question related to the topic. Of course, if you are part of a course or a student in a course, or outside unlimited resources that you wish to be part of it as well, using simply a connection to the cloud and our database and the back end or the main program that we have developed for it. I will not go into the detail. Let me run this video for you. First, of course, you have to sign up as a learner. You will have your account, login. This is the main screen that will appear. This is the main playing scene. Here we will have the questions, the answers that are guided by the robot, Professor Dax. We will have social room also for discussions to make it more interactive, more humanized with the students, with Professor Dax. We will provide real-time assessment, as I mentioned. There will be innovative evaluation metrics, including the time efficiency, the relevance of the topic, and more are coming. There will be evaluation for the ongoing discussion and the long-term, the semester, for example, the complete semester evaluation. The admin will be able also to respond to the learners, as I mentioned, Professor Dax, anytime he can email them, he can receive emails from the students or the learners. The admin will be able to choose the type of the course, will it be paid or free as well. There are other management and settings that the admin also can take care of it to reduce the effort, of course, of any instructor nowadays suffering from, including the classroom and the course establishment, the phases of that course, the topics to be included in the course. They can be all automated, to be generated automatically. The time it should be active and deactivated on the calendar, on the academic calendar. It will allow him also to give the evaluation percentages for the assessment method that he is applying, exams, quizzes, or discussion, conversations during the classroom time. Of course, he will be able to edit the lecture material. He will be able to restrict the resources as well to make sure that we have reliable resources and references coming from trusted publishers like the textbooks that the instructor are usually using, the websites that they are allowed to access, and so on. So all this can be generated automatically, as I mentioned, in addition to the ability to upload the videos, for example, for these lectures, editing it, generating it automatically by Professor Dax. All these are nice features that are included in Professor Dax application as well. That's simply a brief idea about the main features that we have, and there are much more. Of course, we have the feature of speech recognition. We will be able to handle those who have a problem in communication using text, for example, using speech. We will have the ability to develop it more to generate, for example, arts work, pictures, images. It will be able to talk with the students, with the learners, generate their animations and virtual characters in the future, hopefully. So it has lots of nice features that will be attractive, definitely, for the learner to learn faster and gain the experience that he is supposed to gain. And we trust the evaluation of that learner also to make sure he is satisfied and will learn and train before he go to the career. So I'm reaching towards my conclusion. We have introduced that AI facilitator. He is able to implement inquiry and interactive learning-based methodologies, which are very important learning strategies nowadays. We are able to use it to ensure the ethical use of the resources of the education process in general. It will be able to design individual learners and address their needs as well based on their requirements. As I mentioned at the beginning, it will provide reliable AI-based and automated grading and examination system that can be trusted 100%. It will enrich more the inquiry-based learning aspects. It will add also, we will have the feature of prediction for the performance of the learner and how he can improve it. Same thing for the instructor. Professor Dax can improve himself as well based on these predictions that will feed it in the system. And finally, there will be also the virtual reality aspect that will be added for those who wants to physically be in the environment and see, for example, a real medical operation going on and be part of it without any risk or without taking any disadvantage for knowing the doctors, for example, or the patients while they are in real operations. These are just key features that I wanted to highlight, and of course I would like to conclude finally with Dr. Suad Gonçalo talk, or nice words saying live on the island like a continental. Thank you very much, Dr. Suad, for giving us the facility and the chance to produce something like this that I wish would be very helpful for everybody, not only in the university but also on other universities and on the planet, as I said, in general, by taking further steps quickly and implement different versions of Professor Dux that can help us everywhere. Thank you very much, and I will be happy to. Yes, please.
The knowledge of Professor Dux is not limited to what is on the web now, or are you providing knowledge to it depending on the course that is giving?
With Professor Dux, there is no limit. That's what I can say briefly. But also you have the control. So Professor Dux can control, as I said, the topics to align it with the learning outcomes of the program that the student or the learner is planning to be part of. It will be able to control the resources, the references, the textbooks to be used for answering. All these are part of Professor Dux control. Thank you very much. Yes?
Dr. Cengiz Mesut from Yale University. As far as I understand, this is very much in compliance with the Society 5.0 and the methodology which you mentioned in the beginning of your speech related with the teaching techniques is competency-based training. That is what I understood so far. Do you think it is the schooling technique which will be used at Fadi, or there will be some other techniques to teach the students using our software?
It is. Thank you very much for the question. Everything nowadays is computer-based and computer-aided, actually, technology, as you know, and we are trying to customize it based on our objectives and goals that can be part of the institution's aims. So, for example, in our case, we are focusing here more on the inquiry-based education or learning process, where we rely on the conversations that happen between usually the instructor and the learner. And we adapt our questions. Professor Dux is supposed to adapt his questions, his examination based also on the understanding and the level of the learner. So we don't go directly into the deep levels in the conversation unless we feel, or Professor Dux feel that the learner, for example, is able to reach to that level. That's why it is inquiry-based. Based on his questions, we adapt and we give more questions. We adapt and we give more specific, maybe, or high-level questions depending on the understanding level. And this will help definitely in guaranteeing that nobody will be lacking behind, for example. Nobody will be just listening or learning something that he is not capable to catch up with. And there will be also the class chat room that will enable those learners to verify their answers and verify their learning as it is going on by discussing it with their colleagues and with experts sometimes if they are part of the course as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much again.